5 Minute Eats.
5 Minute Eats.
5 Minute Eats.
Hey everyone, welcome back to 5 Minute Eats. Today we are here with another frozen pizza review, and this one is the Screamin Sicilian Pepperoni. Now, I did pick this up at the Jewel. Regular price $7.99. It was on sale though for $6.99. So this, I feel like, had better be a good pizza because $8, man.
Yeah, for that kind of price, we could have bought like a pizza from a
Like a real pizza.
Yeah, from a pizzeria, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I will say that this does have like the most pepperoni that I've seen on a frozen pizza.
That's the first thing that I thought of when I saw it. I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of pepperoni.
Yes, exactly. And we'll pop the box up here, but it does say on the back, we have piled so much premium pepperoni on our Holy Pepperoni pizza, it may take a few Hail Marys to get you through. Our individually rolled, stone-fired medium crust struggles to hold the abundance of our tongue-popping secret recipe tomato sauce, which we craft from the finest tomatoes available and then add piles of mozzarella. If you think you can handle the challenge to your taste buds, open your hymnal and start praying. Them is some words.
Now, one thing that's very fascinating, the packaging.
Yes.
Like, what do you guys think? This thing is like amazing, right?
Yeah. It's very like eye-catching. You know, it definitely draws your attention.
Yeah, so if they put a lot of money into that, it's got to be good, right?
I should hope so.
And I do like that it's like a classical, pizza. It's not like anything like, spicy like buffalo chicken or something like that, right?
Like weird.
It looks good. I like the thickness of this thing. There's no flop.
Yeah, no flop. Looks pretty good.
It smells good.
It smells good, yeah. Now the crust is thicker, I feel like, than what we have been having lately.
It's more like a toast kind of feeling.
Yeah. There's the back of it right there.
Now, one way to find out, right, if it's good.
One bite, everybody knows the rules. There's sauce popping through there. The sauce is very tangy. I like that the pepperoni is kind of thicker. I don't really feel like it's anything different than a regular pepperoni though, right?
You know what? I love the pepperoni. I love that it's thicker. You definitely get your money's worth.
Yeah.
Because a lot of places, when you buy a frozen pizza, the pepperoni is very thin. Was it Roma Pizzeria, right? Or Roma Pizza? The pepperoni was like super thin.
Yeah, I think that was the one.
Yeah, it was like almost as if there was no pepperoni in there, man. You're getting like a taste, but you like doesn't feel like you're like eating anything, right? Because it tasted like a paper pepperoni. It was so thin.
Yeah.
This thing you tasted and there's plenty of pepperoni.
It is very meaty. I feel like it tastes like a standard pepperoni, but because it is thicker, you definitely get more flavor out of it.
I like the sauce.
The sauce is very different. Now, I will say, you can kind of see it here. There's a lot of grease on this pizza. Seriously, the most grease that I've ever had on a pizza. It took like 3 paper towels to soak it all up because of all the pepperoni. But after soaking it up, like, it really doesn't like linger except for this that was hiding under the other pepperoni.
Now, if you guys do get a pizza, soaking it with like a paper towel is a very good idea. And here's why. Well, she's chewing, but it gets a lot of the fat out, right? Because especially when you get pepperoni, it's very like greasy from the fat of the pepperoni. And so if you take a paper towel and like dab it, it's gonna soak it up.
Yeah.
And so that way you don't have as much grease on there.
Yeah, and also whenever you're eating it, you don't have the grease like dripping down onto your clothes because that stuff does not come out. I think that the crust has a little bit of a chew to it. Still, like, I almost feel like I might like this even more if it did have a more thin crust. Or maybe it's just that I'm very used to having a thin crust now on frozen pizza. What do you think of the crust?
The crust, it like well, you ready? I'll go first.
Okay. I've got mine locked in.
All right, guys. So we're gonna do 2 scores.
Okay.
First score is this: would we buy this again? Right? And now I'm gonna take into consideration the price. Right?
Yes.
Would I buy this into? And for me, I would not buy this again.
It's a thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Here's why. The price, it's way too expensive for a frozen pizza.
Yes.
If we're going to spend that kind of money, I'd rather get like for, I think, what is it? Domino's does what? Like
2 for $5.99. Or no, well, if you buy any 2 or more, $5.99 each. So $5.99.
Yeah, I'd rather do like Domino's or like one of the local pizzerias, because for either like a few dollars more or similar in price, I can get like a store, a restaurant pizzeria, right?
Yeah.
This is very expensive for frozen pizza.
Yes.
I don't like that. Now, based on taste and everything like that, this is a really good pizza, frozen wise. You know, if you don't mind spending the money,
Yeah.
this is very good. The pepperoni is awesome. It's very thick, so that you get a lot of pepperoni.
Yeah.
I like the sauce. I like the cheese. The crust is one thing that I go back and forth on, because it's very thick.
Yeah.
But one thing I do like is that it's not very hard. Like,
Yeah, it's a softer crust.
it's a softer crust, so you can chew it like easy, right? And even the crust back here is very soft, so I like that. So even though it's thicker, I do like it. Overall, it's a very good pizza. So if you guys watch Dave Portnoy One Bite Pizza, he does a scoring system, and so I'm gonna do that also. So my score is going to be a 5.7.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and keep in mind, like, I kept the price into consideration also, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to ding it for that because it's very expensive.
Yeah. I feel like we're kind of on the same lines of that. So I do feel like this is not what was it, full price? $7.99. This is not an $8 pie. It's just not. It is good. I do love that they put a lot of pepperoni on it. I feel like that does take it up a notch. Same with you on the crust. Like, I feel like nowadays I'm just really preferring a thinner crust, but this is by no means bad, and it's not too doughy either. It's a good crust. Just personal preference though, I would prefer it to be a little bit thinner. I do really like the tomato sauce on it. I feel like it's one of the better tasting frozen pizza sauces that we've had. Now, for me, taking into account the price, for me it's a thumbs down. I would not repurchase this. I do feel like though, if you're someone that likes to try different pizzas, it's worth giving it a shot, especially if you can get it on sale. But it's not something that I would ever go out and be like, I'm going to purchase this one over one of our other favorites, you know? Now, on my One Bite scoring system, just because I really do love the sauce and the amount of pepperoni, I'm going to give this one a 6.1. But if it was cheaper, you know, it definitely would have been a little bit higher.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I would have given this a very high score if it wasn't for the price. So I would recommend to them, get rid of the freaking packaging, because probably that's what's adding like $3 extra to the cost, right? Because this thing is expensive, and when you see the packaging, it's very like elaborate.
Yeah.
Even though I praised it, I'd rather have a cheaper pizza, right? Because $8 is insane.
Yeah. I really don't see why the frozen pizzas don't just come in the cello wrapper as opposed to in the box anyway.
So now, we haven't quite mastered this, but so you gave a bad score or a thumbs down.
Yes.
I gave a thumbs down. So from now on, guys, when we do both of us do a thumbs down, we are going to ask ourselves, okay, do we dislike this so much that we would actually give this to our, our little buddies?
Yeah.
right? Because if you don't know, we have like raccoons and opossums and skunks and
A whole menagerie.
we have squirrels. We have
Geese.
Yeah, we have now geese in our backyard every morning.
So would we finish what we have left of this, or do we hate it so much that we're just gonna put it outside for our little buddies? So that is part 2 of the scoring system when we don't like the food.
So
When we wouldn't repurchase, I should say.
yeah, exactly. So, you know, because sometimes you buy like, you know, food from like Sam's Club or Costco. It's a 4-pack. You eat the first one, you're like not digging it. But, you know, you're like, well, I got 3 more. I got to eat it, or I hate it so much, I'm going to throw it out. For this one, I think it's safe to say, right, we're going to finish the rest of it.
Yes.
We like it. Sorry, Mr. Raccoon.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. like Skunk. We can't share this with you.
Yeah, the little buddies will not be getting this. We'll finish it. We just will not repurchase it.
So that's the review, guys. If you like what we're doing, you know what you got to do.
Make sure to click that subscribe button, give us a like, click that notification bell, and share this video with all of your family and friends that love food as much as you do. Bye!